Rocky 3 plus Rocky 4 plus Creed equals Cars 3. Cars 3, starring Owen Wilson, Cristela Alonzo, Armie Hammer, Chris Cooper, Nathan Fillion, and directed by Brian Fee. The third installment in the Cars franchise takes standard sports movie tropes about aging stars and smashes them into the animated universe. Cars 3 isn't a bad movie, but it also doesn't live up to the standard Pixar has set for itself. The Cars franchise has the perception of just being a merchandising tool for Disney. This shows in Cars 3 because there wasn't some new burning type of emotional story for the film. Cars 3 is a perfectly serviceable sports kids movie, and it will entertain many. The disappointing aspect comes from knowing the quality of other films produced by Pixar. One aspect of the film which isn't disappointing is the animation, especially some of the background. Much of the scenery looks photorealistic. The animation is so spot on, it looks like they took images of the real world and just animated the cars into it. The Good Dinosaur was one of the first Pixar movies I noticed having such stellar background animation, and Finding Dory continued this trend. The cars also look great, and much of the racing will keep you on the edge of your seat due to the great animation. Along with the action and animation, all of the voice actors do good jobs in the movie. Owen Wilson seems to enjoy being Lightning McQueen, and the new addition of Cristela Alonzo as Cruz Ramirez was good as well. I'm guessing they are going to continue the franchise with her in the lead role, which is where the movie resembles Creed and numerous other sports movies. Nathan Fillion is always good as a voice actor, and he doesn't disappoint here. His sleazy businessman was great, but it also fits into the story tropes which have been used in movies repeatedly. There really isn't much to complain about in Cars 3 other than its formulaic nature. The story has been done countless times, and in many instances done better. The pacing at a few points was a little slow. This might be because the story was predictable, and I was just waiting for it to get to its inevitable conclusion. The movie does feature many aspects of the Rocky films, but condenses and combines many of the plots from those films. Lightning is getting older and new racers are coming up. He goes back to his roots and trains harder, which is the plot of Rocky 3. There is even a race scene on a beach. McQueen also starts to train his trainer as a racer in the movie, which leads to the predictable conclusion to the movie overall. The movie is going to make Pixar and Disney money, and there wasn't anything to strongly dislike in the film. It is fairly glaring that Disney wants to capitalize on all the merchandising for the movie. They gave Lightning 4 or 5 different paint jobs in the movie, and also gave Cruz, the newcomer, multiple looks. It's also why they had to get new characters in the movie instead of relying on old ones. People have all the old cars. They need a reason to go out and buy the new ones. There is nothing wrong with this. It just means the focus for the film wasn't on story. People love cars, and it makes great business sense to keep making these films and selling the toys. The inspired story making found in other Pixar films is lacking in this franchise because it is more focused on selling merchandise. The resulting story in Cars 3 is something which has been done numerous times and has little emotional impact. Kids and parents can go to the theater and see Cars 3 and walk out being entertained. It is a good, fun family experience movie, and many Cars birthday parties will be planned later this year due to it. If you like the other Cars films, you won't be disappointed in this, but just don't be expected to be wowed by the story or to actually cry at the end of it. The third installment is much better than the second, but doesn't hold the same magic as the original. It's worth watching with your family, but if you don't have kids, it's one you can skip. Comment and let me know if you've seen Cars 3 and what you thought of it. What Pixar film that hasn't gotten a sequel and isn't currently in production would you want to see get one? Like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching.